The poet feels that when these city dwellers they stop their car and ask for a gallon of gas at a roadside stand, they are trying to mock these peasants. That is also there. Okay, they couldn't. This crossly they had none, didn't see. Okay, so here you can see that that insensitivity of the city people to ask of the roadside stand if they sell, whether they sell a gallon of gas, knowing fully well that the gas was well beyond their means. So you can see that with every passing car that stops, the farmer hopes rises its hope, and soon they are disappointed. None of them seem to want what exactly he has to offer. So this makes the people of the roadside stand cross. Okay, and you can see that no in country money, the country scale of gain, the requisite lift of spirit, it has never been found. Also, the voice of the country seems to complain. I can't help owing the great relief it would be to put these people at one stroke out of their pain, and then next day as I come back into the scene, I wonder how I should like you to come to me and offer to put me gently down of my pain. So he's talking about the country money. It's basically about the meager income of or you can say the meager profit of the poor people, poor farmers or the rustic people, and it cannot in fact be compared with the affluence of the rich in the cities, and it has not freed them from from poverty. So that is why the country scale of gain help farmers. No country money, the country scale of gain, it is not going to help the farmers. Okay, it has provided them with an extra cash, that is, it has not provided them with an extra cash that is required to improve the quality of their lives. Okay, so and you can see that the requisite lift of spirit has never been found. They actually wanted some more money to lift their spirit, but it was never they never got that. And no matter how hard the villagers try, they can never make such money, okay, as their counterparts in the city they make, and thus they never have the money to enjoy the luxuries of that the city people they have. And the poet he visualizes for the poor, there is a kind of a relief for the poor frustrated by the helplessness of the villagers. The frost offers to end the lives of the poor at one stroke and liberate them from their grief and pain. That is what is better for them, that is what he feels. Okay, and then later he changes his mind and he says, thankfully common sense prevails. Before he has taken thought much about that sanity, it should be back. And then the next day as I come back to the sane, as I became more sane, I realized that such a thought is it is not good. Okay, and when Frost wonders how he might feel when someone found in pain and decide that death is the best option, he realizes that futility of how exactly he could think in that way. That is what he feels the very next day. And the poet's pain is that divide between the rich and the poor. And that is what he says, and offered to put me gently out of my pain. He mentions about the pain. The pain is basically is about the divide between the rich and the poor, and the interminable weight that the poor must endure for their to endure for their misery could be addressed, or you can say like how exactly their suffering could end. Okay, so that is all about the poem. And Roadside Stand, as I have told you, it is basically giving us a kind of great contrast between the comfortable life of the city dwellers and the harshness faced by the impoverished rural people from the city dwellers. So it deals with the lives of the poor and deprived people, and it talks about the struggling lives of the countryside people with the insensitive life of the city dwellers. And the city dwellers don't even bother to ponder on the harsh condition of the roadside and the roadside stand people, and they don't think about the struggles of the people in the roadside stand, roadside people. Okay, and how exactly they are going through a pain when they sell things up there. That is not a botheration for the city dwellers. So the poet deeply sympathizes with these impoverished people and feels compassion for them. This sympathy is evident in the portrayal of the roadside sheds in a poignant manner. So that is more or less kind of the summary of that particular chapter, and I end here. Okay, we'll continue in the next lecture.